Right, year 10, what I'm going to go through and show you is I'm going to go through and show you how to complete today's task. Okay, so you have access to this file, you each have your own copy, so you are able to work on it. So we're going to go through the steps. So you are first of all going to create a background. Okay, the background that I'm going to create for this example is this one here. You can find your own off the internet if you so wish, but I'm just going to use this one to make it easy. So as it says, I'm going to delete this writing so that I can work. So I'm going to copy and paste my picture onto my page, and I'm going to stretch it to fill the full page. Stretch it a little bit farther so it covers it quite nicely. And then once I'm happy with that, I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to go to format options. Okay, and when I go to format options, I've got this little thing here called adjustments. So I'm going to turn the transparency of my picture down, and what that's going to do is that's going to make it lighter so that it's sort of see-through and then doesn't really stand out too much in my background. Okay, so what I can do from here is I can then start to put my pictures of my titles and things on. So I need to go and get my title picture. Now unfortunately for me, I've left my example title on my PowerPoint, but you should have saved yours and you should have uploaded it to the drive in our lesson the other day. So I'm just going to take my title from here. So I've got this one where I photographed my Tina, and then I've got my second one where I photographed my Tavolacci. Pop those both in there like that. Okay, so I've got my page, you can see it, I've got my Tina Tavolacci in there. Then I'm starting to get my research page complete. So my next steps, once you've put your title in, then what you need to do is you need to get some images by Tina Tavolacci, and you need to pop them on the page as well. So I'm just copying and pasting off that slide. I'm going to shrink them down so I know I've got plenty of room to fit my writing in. Okay, so got my images in, got my titles in. I think I'm going to make my title a bit smaller actually, so I've got a bit more room to fit my text in. Right, okay, so then what you also have from last lesson, again mine is on my PowerPoint here, you have your research that you completed. Okay, so I gave you this to complete, I gave you all of the information, I gave you the sentence starters, and I gave you the keywords. So we're just going to pretend that I've filled mine in. I know I haven't done that, but I'm just going to start popping it into my page. Obviously with yours, you'd have answered all these questions, so you can type yours in so that you've got all of your work presented nicely and neatly. So I'm just going to go through and pop each one in and kind of space them out so that my page does look quite effective. And the last one. okay, I'm going to pop that one there. Just going to kind of shuffle them around a little bit so that I can have them all set up so you can see the separate sections. Okay, so that's that part done, but like I said, you've got to make sure that you've filled in and answered all of the sentence starters and you've put your own points of view and things in. Then as an added extra, what might be quite nice to make it link to Tina Tavolacci's work is you could pop in a little different bit of paper for each little bit of writing. So I'm just going to resize that one to make it fit those 2 bits of writing in. Move it down a little bit, and then what I'm going to do is I am going to send it backwards just so I can get the text on. I don't want to send it right to the back. Oh, we're starting to get there now. There we go. So what it does is it makes it look a little bit more effective, and like I said, I can go and add different ones in, so that one's a bit narrower and that text box up there is a bit narrower anyway, so I might pop that one over that one, and again just resize until I feel like it's starting to fit. I think it'll be easier this time if I just go and click on the text box and bring that to the front. Okay, and you can see it starts to look really effective when I've done that. So once you've got your title in, you've got your images in, you've added all of your complete sentence starters in describing the work, then you can submit this, because that's today's session.